Well, no bones broken. They say I have to wait for a final examination from the doctor before I can go home.
That's the usual procedure with concussion.
I just don't want there to be too much fuss.
You told the nurse that you'd had a fall.
But I didn't want to have to explain to a stranger.
So I'm right. You're still trying to protect him.
No, well, protect myself, maybe. I just feel so stupid. Used.
Well, now you know how I've felt most of my life. He robbed your dad. His own father. That's the sort of scum your son is.
Well, the money's not important. I was going to give it to him anyway.
Oh, so that's all right then, is it? Something else you can explain away. What about what he did to me? Eh? How does it feel to see your golden boy for what he really is? Still proud of him?
Steph, I don't think your dad's up to this just yet.
I don't care. I've waited a long time for this.
She's right. Perhaps you'd leave us alone.
You ought to get back to work anyway.
But what about you?
I'll wait with me dad till he gets the all clear, and then I'll get us a cab home.
I'll call if you need anything.
Thanks.
Alan.
The church jumble.
Oh, thanks. Oh, it's going to be a good one. I've managed to collect quite a lot.
Well, if you get any riding clothes, set them aside for Louise.
Oh, I didn't know you were into riding.
Well, I'm not sure I'll ever go again. I borrowed some Mercedes old gear when I was at home farm this morning, and Matthew King went mad about it.
He's obviously missing her. Not jealous, are you?
Let me get you another drink.
I ought to be going.
But I need cheering up. You know what it's like at home.
Really isn't any of my business.
But we're still mates, and friends should be there for each other.
Some other time. I need to be getting back to work.
Just wanted to check what cleaning jobs you've got down for me tomorrow.
I can't think about that right now. You can read my survey if you want.
Still down in the dumps?
No jury would convict.
Maybe, but Ivan's not your way out.
I just needed a bit of company, that's all.
Well, after what you told me, I thought it was a bit more than that.
Get off my case. He's not my type, OK?
All right, I take your word for it. Anyway, if it's company you need, I'll buy you that drink.
I know you miss Sadie, but you made the right choice. Time can be a great healer.
So you don't miss Mum anymore?
You cannot compare that woman to your mother.
Why not? You loved her, didn't you?
Whatever you feel for Sadie, she doesn't know what love is. You're well rid of her.
Look, it might not be my place to say anything, but I feel responsible. I thought they were just old clothes hanging up in the tight room. I didn't realise they were Sadie's.
It's not just the clothes, Edna. You've no right to be hiring Cossack out. He belongs to Sadie. He is not your horse.
She's never coming back for him. He's been in my stables for weeks and she hasn't paid a penny. It's time he started earning his keep.
Oh, well, if it's just a case of the money.
Oh, put your checkbook away. She's never coming back, son. Learn to live with it.
Had a glass against the wall, have we?
Oh, we're just worried about you.
Yeah, right.
If anybody knows how Sadie can get under your skin, it's me. But she's not worth it. Come down the Woolly, I'll buy you a pie.
No, thanks.
So what's the verdict?
Well, they're dead. It could be pneumonia caused by Pasteurella, or clostridial disease, or hypercalcemia.
As long as it's nothing notifiable. I can't afford to lose the whole flock.
Maybe we should get Paddy in for a second opinion.
He'd only tell you the same. No, we have to get one of the bodies in for an autopsy to be sure. You know, it could also be poisoning.
Oh, I doubt it. I've farmed this land for long enough. There's nothing poisonous up here.
Frankly, the last thing myself and Paddy need right now are more mysteriously dead farm animals, but I can't rule anything out yet. Can you guys load up one of the carcasses?
I just don't know what to say.
Makes a change. You've always had a lecture ready for me when I've done anything wrong.
I've messed everything up. And sorry, it just doesn't seem enough.
Oh, I wish I could turn the clock back. Start all over again.
You can't. That's what I've learnt. You just have to live with it.
I can't believe I was so blind that I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, you know what they say, Dad. None so blind as those who will not see.
But you should have talked to me. You should have told me what was happening.
You think I didn't try? Don't you remember that day you came back from work and I was crying? Terence had said I'd fallen over outside. I didn't have any bruises, scratches, nothing. Oh, don't tell me you didn't know he was lying. Or maybe you were too drunk to care.
I don't remember.
Yeah, well, that's the difference between us, Dad. You can't remember. I can't forget.
I mean, maybe you're both giving up on this relationship too easily.
There's nothing left. Can't hardly stand to be in the same room together.
Well, Ashley irritates me sometimes, yeah? I drive him mad too. But if you work through things, you come out the other side stronger.
Trust me, the relationship is over. Finito, dead and buried.
Well, as long as you're not giving up on it because you still fancy a gay bloke.
Ivan is not gay.
Well, Paul seems to think so.
Well, he's wrong. He's bi.
Ah, I noticed you didn't deny fancying him, though.
Oh, I'm free to go now.
Good. Cab's waiting.
Perfect. Steph, please let me try to make it all up to you.
It's a bit late for that now, Dad.
Well, don't say that. I can call the police, make a statement.
And what good would that do?
Well, they'll arrest him, punish him for what he's done.
And what about you, Dad? They can't do anything to you, can they? Yet you're just as guilty. You should have been there to protect me.
I didn't know.
I don't know whether I can believe that.
Well, you've got to.
It's always been between us.
Is that why you tried to kill me?
I don't know what I wanted, Dad. Sometimes it was for us to be a proper family, and sometimes it was to let you suffer like you'd let me suffer.
Yeah, but in the end, you couldn't do it, could you? So there is some hope for us.
Is there?
Come in.
I wondered if you'd seen anything of Terence Turner.
Only first thing when he came in on the scrounge. Didn't turn up for work after. Probably straight down the pub with the money I gave him.
Oh, that's where I ran into him.
Well, he needn't think he can mess me around like this. He'll be getting his cards when I catch up with him.
Oh, I don't think anyone will see him again. We're probably best rid of him, eh?
Sounds like you're never going to get your money back.
It's not funny.
It's from where I'm standing. You've always been a soft touch.
Just like you're such a great judge of character, you hide him.
No harm in giving a sucker a break, as long as you don't let him walk all over you.
At least I had the good sense to get shot of Sadie permanently. After all you've said, you're still pining over her.
Don't push it.
Truth hurts, does it? You can't have your cake and eat it. You made the deal. You got the business. You always knew there'd be a price to pay.
So this is the new business style, is it? Can't say I'm overly impressed.
What do you want?
We're all worried about you, in our own way. Don't like to see you so upset.
I can manage my own life, thanks.
All right. Let's just call it a neighbourly visit from one businessman to another. I thought I might take you two lads for a drink. That is, if you can manage to down one without breaking into a fight. It does no harm for the family to show the village a united front once in a while. Don't want them to think we're falling apart. Come on.
Are you going to be all right up here on your own? Have you got everything you need? Hot drinks, aspirins, blankets?
I just need to talk to you. I know it's no excuse, but if I'd realised what was going on, I would have put a stop to it. You have to believe me.
No, I don't have to, Dad. You've never believed me. Well, now you know what it feels like.
I suppose I deserve that.
Well, put yourself in my head. Thanks to you and Terence, I've grown up trusting no one. Because I always believed that if I let someone into my life, they'd just end up hurting me.
I'll never let that happen again.
I don't believe that. Because you've never been there for me when I needed you. I've been in prison twice. You didn't care.
Of course I did.
Only what the neighbours might say. As far as you were concerned, I'd proved I was everything you thought I was. A bad seed. I'd let you down again.
But I was the one who let you down, and I want to put that right. Give you the care that I always should have done.
You don't even know me.
What do you mean?
I'm not the little girl you should have bought dolls for, Dad. Not anymore. I'm what you and Terence made me into. I'm damaged goods. A little bit mad, maybe.
I never thought that.
Liar. If we're going to get through this, Dad, we've got to at least be honest with each other.
You've been through some terrible times, and I know they left their mark, but I want to put that right. And I'm going to keep on trying to put it right. Whatever you think, I've always loved you.
I wondered how long it'd be before we came to the L word.
If Terence Turner comes in again...
He'll be straight out that door, up Bardi.
Trouble?
Fighting drunk. If I never see him again, it'll be too soon.
Face it, Jimmy, you're never going to get your money back. No, put it down to experience. Never mind, son. I'll get this round in.
Nicola, I've collected loads more jumbles since I've been gone.
Are you expecting a medal?
No, you can help me sort it out back at the vicarage.
As vicar's wife, it's your duty. I'd rather watch paint dry.
Well, it will do you more good than sitting there brooding or fantasising about your brother's boyfriend.
I told you, I'm over that.
I'm glad to hear it, because he's not going to fancy you back.
OK, I'll go and make encouraging sisterly noises at Paul. Maybe that'll convince you.
Let's start.
You can't put it in there, you'll never get it out.
Thanks. Victoria's really excited about these riding lessons.
Glad to hear it.
Even Jack approves of you making a business out of country sports.
Well, like I told him, we're trying to draw a line under the past. Let's see if we can't get on a bit better in future.
Drowning your sorrows?
Not me. Enjoying being single. Oh, this couple business is wildly overrated.
Changed your tune?
Who needs that angst? In fact, it's you I'm sorry for.
What's that supposed to mean?
Always having to worry about what your other half's up to.
Me and Ivan are fine, thanks.
It's very broad-minded of you. Especially when you have to worry about competition from guys and girls.
Well, we talked about that. We're cool on the subject.
Hasn't stopped him being a flirt. And he did sleep with Tony.
That's all in the past.
Yeah, I hope you're right. I just worry he can't help the way he is.
Terence told me he loved me. That families love each other. And that I was a bad girl if I didn't let him. So I started to believe that love means pain. That love means fear. That love means crying on your own in the dark because there's no one there to comfort you.
Stop it.
What's the matter? You spent so long pretending nothing happened. I thought you wanted to understand.
I do. I'm just finding it hard to come to terms with.
just be grateful, Dad, that you didn't have 40 years to think it over?
Well, the important thing is to help you to forget, to make a fresh start.
Nah. I can't risk it. You've let me down, Dad, and you'll do it again.
You've got to trust me.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Louise. Look, I'm sorry about this morning.
That's your problem, not mine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get changed. Martin's taking me out for dinner tonight. Some of us still have a love life.
You're never going to get much sympathy there.
Do yourself a favour. Stay away from women for a while.
And get some more pints in, it's your shout.
I've had enough.
You want me to go after him?
No, let him go. We know she's not worth all this. But he's going to have to work that out for himself.
Fine. Well, there's something better on offer.
Meaning?
You're not very busy in here. I thought maybe we could pop out for a while.
When are you going to realise that I have a proper job here? I can't just step outside every time you click your fingers.
Pint it is, then.
Wasn't expecting you to be visiting here again.
I just don't know what to do.
I don't think I'm going to give you any advice. Because the last time I tried that, you told me to keep my nose out of your business.
I was wrong.
I guess Terence has let you down, eh?
Well, it's even worse than that. Everything you and Steph said about him was true.
Have you made your peace with Steph?
She doesn't seem to want to have anything more to do with me. I can hardly blame her.
Oh. Come on, sit yourself down. I'll make you a cuppa.
I came straight over. Sounded urgent.
I've missed you.
I doubt that. You haven't bothered to contact me in ages. Suddenly a phone call out of the blue.
Life's full of surprises.
Yeah, but what's brought this on isn't one of them. Let me guess. Someone's been giving you a hard time, and so you thought my special room service might make you feel better.
Full marks.
You've got a nerve. Do you really expect me to put up with being treated like this?
I wasn't sure until your taxi turned up. I've been thinking about you.
Like I believe that. I bet you haven't even got anything for me, have you? Flowers, chocolates?
I didn't have time to go to the shops.
You really are a scumbag, do you know that?
I know. But you can't resist me.
So what do you do now?
We can't do anything till we get the results of the autopsy. Except pray that we don't lose any more of the flock.
This barrel's running out.
Don't worry, I'll change it.
Oh, stood up for a beer barrel.
I'm just busy right now. We'll get to spend some time together later.
You didn't count on it. We were chatting earlier. Seemed like you'd upset him.
I thought he seemed a bit off.
He can be dead moody sometimes. Maybe I could give you a few tips on how to handle him. You're still looking for a night out? I'm off to a bar now.
You and me?
You don't want him to think you'll sit here twiddling your thumbs while he changes beer barrels. We'd just be a couple of mates out on the town.
I suppose there's no harm in it.
You might even enjoy yourself. It's not crime, you know. Come on.
My whole life's been turned upside down. And everything I thought I was sure of was just a lie.
Well, you can't say I didn't warn you.
So I just didn't want to listen. I was just so happy that Terence and I were building a new life. It's Oscar Wilde who said, if the gods want to punish us, they answer our prayers.
Trust you to have a quote about it. You know, if you spent less time with your nose in a book and more time trusting your instincts, you wouldn't have got yourself into this mess.
I don't want to go back to Holgate tonight. I know you're not well, but I just don't want to be alone.
Your room's as you left it. Your bed's made up.
You sure? Oh, I don't deserve you pity.
I'm fine. That's what friends are for. It's a pity it's taken this to teach you.
How could I have been so stupid? And Steph will never forgive me now.
Oh, never's a long time.
Yeah, but even if she does, I'll look at the way they've turned out, knowing that it was my fault.